Hello friends, how are you? What's up? So today I will be discussing about 15th Finance Commission. As you know, you must have read also that how it is constituted and who is responsible to constitute this body. However, I will discuss today about the recent recommendation for the financial year 2021 given by the 15th Finance Commission. We know 15th Finance Commission. Okay, so let's come to the point for your coming civil service examination. So 15th Finance Commission, it was set up by our President Sri Ramnath Kovind on 27 November 2017. This commission was set up in November 2017 under Article 280 of the Indian Constitution by the President, and this commission, Finance Commission, which is set up under the Indian constitutional provision to devolve the tax collection between center and the state. The first point which you have to keep in your mind is that Finance Commission is set up every fifth year to bifurcate or to divide the collection on the basis of tax or center's collection between center and state. If somebody is asking whether the 15th Finance Commission is responsible for the distribution of the fund or distribution of the tax between center and union territory, then answer will be no. Okay, so Finance Commission is set up for the distribution among center and states. Do not get confused, because and for that I will be providing a strong point to support this claim. When you will go through the recommendation of the 15th Finance Commission, you will find that the recommendation is with regard to the devolution of the tax collection, okay, between center and states. And this time on sorry, this time 15th Commission, which was set up under the head of N.K. Singh, means N.K. Singh was appointed as the president of the Finance Commission or the head of the 15th Finance Commission, okay, for the period of 2025. Okay, so 2020 to 25, for 5 years. For every 5 year, one Finance Commission is set up by the government or by the president as per the provision of the Indian Constitution. When you will go through the 14th Finance Commission, you will find that the 14th Finance Commission had recommended the devolution of the tax of 42% for the states from the total tax collection, right? But in this time, for this time, for 1 year, which has been recommended by NKC 15th Finance Commission, that the devolution of the tax will be not 42% but 41%. The reason behind it that, as per the recommendation, as per the opinion of the Finance Commission, as per the opinion of the expert, that the 1% has been held by the center or by the Finance Commission, because it was taken into account that two new union territory has been created. Earlier 14th Finance Commission recommended for 29 states, but this 15th Finance Commission just gave the recommendation for 28 states only, because Jammu Kashmir has been converted or created into two union territories. So union territories responsibility is taken by the center. So on that behalf, 1% has been reduced from the state's share. Okay. Now come to the point. 15th Finance Commission set up by Ramnath Kovind, the President of India, in November 2017 under the head of N.K. Singh for the financial year or the for fiscal year of 5 years from 2020 to 2025. Okay, so this 15th Finance Commission has set up, and it was bound to give its report by November 2019. However, it was extended for 1 month and October 2019, but it was extended for 1 month, and it was suggested to give its report in 2019 November, and again it was given one more extension, and now the 15th Finance Commission will submit its final report by 30th October 2020. Okay, so for the first time, 15th Finance Commission was suggested to give its recommendation for 1 year, and 1 year means 2021, fiscal year 2021, right? So the first time 15th Finance Commission has given its recommendation for 1 year, presently temporarily, or you can say that it was nothing but an interim recommendation of the Finance Commission for 1 year. Okay, so it was substantially accepted by the government as per the government statement presented in the recent budget. Okay, however, you will find that this was not for 5 years, but now it has become for 6 years, because 2021 to 22, okay, from 25 to 20, this will be the 5 year, and 1 year he has already given. So this 15th Finance Commission was constituted for 5 years, but now it is being given the recommendation for 6 years. Okay, now, as for the recent recommendation of the 15th Finance Commission, what happened? The main or major point which you have to keep in your mind for your civil services examination, that is the vertical devolution of tax. Vertical devolution of tax, earlier by the 14th Commission it was 42%, but now 15th Finance Commission has suggested only 41%, and that too for 28 states, because 29th state Jammu and Kashmir, means one state had been converted into two union territory, UT, union territory, Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh. Okay, okay, so the burden and the union territories are taken care of by the center. So 1% has been reduced because of this factor. So this was the major reason behind the reduction of the vertical devolution of tax collection. So devolution will be done now for 28 years. Now it has been recommended, means 15 Finance Commission has first recommendation you have to keep in your mind, that devolution of tax, vertical devolution of tax will be 41%, means the share of the states from the tax collection will be only 41%, not 42% as it was suggested or recommended or accepted by the government in last Finance Commission. Okay, on the last Finance Commission. So 15th Finance Commission's second most important point is that it has recommended that performance based incentive will be given to the states on two parameters. On two parameters. This parameter has been taken: demographic performance and taxation. Okay, so new indices, a new point has been introduced in this 15th Finance Commission: demographic performance, on that basis the state will be rewarded, and taxation. Okay, and taxation. So this point has been introduced in 15th Finance Commission. So according to the performance of the state and according to the compliance of the state in these two criteria, further devolution of the tax or further funds will be granted for that concerned states who are complying or who will be meeting the criteria fixed by the 15th Finance Commission. Okay, now third point, as per the recommendation of the 15th Finance Commission for 2021, what happened? You just point out, I'm just pointing out, and you just keep in your mind or jot it down. The state share will be 41%. Okay, not 42% as it was suggested or recommended by the 14th Finance Commission. Uttar Pradesh, again Uttar Pradesh is the biggest gainer from the recommendation of the 15th Finance Commission. Now what is the share? It is 17.931% of the tax collection. Okay, similarly Karnataka has become has seen the biggest cut, means from 15th Finance Commission the share of the state has been reduced from 3.647 to the 3.647, means there was cut of 1.066%. Earlier it was more than 4%. Now Karnataka will take or will partake the share of only 3.647. Okay, 647. Got it? Now you will find that the contribution or recommendation of the 15th Finance Commission has given some data, and that data is what? The data is Bihar, especially northern states, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, West Bengal, these all states are gainer. Okay, gainer means highest contribution will go to Uttar Pradesh, means taker, and Karnataka the lowest has seen the biggest cut. Okay, so, means maximum reduction has been given to Karnataka. Now Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan and West Bengal will be the gainer state. Bihar has 10.061% from 9.665% as per the 14th. This one is the 14th Finance Commission's recommendation, which was accepted by the central government also. Okay, now as per 15th Finance Commission, Bihar will get 10.061%. Similarly, Madhya Pradesh will get 7.886% now, and it was 7.548% in 14th Finance Commission. Maharashtra 5.5212 to 6.13%, means Maharashtra will get now 6.13%, while it was given 5.521% as per the 14th Finance Commission. Similarly, Rajasthan and West Bengal also witnessed growth or increase in their share in tax collection of the central. Okay. Now, next point is compensation to the state in case of revenue loss for the implementation of the GST. So, on this point, it was also recommended that the revenue loss, if ever occurred, that will also be considered in the 15th Finance Commission. However, there is no clear cut point on this point. Now, the criteria which were adopted by the 15th Finance Commission, the indication which we have taken from the 15th Finance Commission recommendation for 1 year 2020-21. Okay, so population is one criteria as per the 14th Finance Commission. This was also the criteria in the 14th Finance Commission, but population's importance or weightage has been reduced, okay, to 15%, as it was 17.5% in 14th Finance Commission. In the previous Finance Commission, population has got the weightage of 17.5%. In fact, it was divided into two parts. Okay, first was as per the census of 1971. Okay, and second was census of 2011. So census of 1971 got the weightage of 17.5%, and census of 2011 it got the weightage of 10% in the 14th Finance Commission. But in 15th Finance Commission, that two criteria has been removed. It means that there will be no consideration on the data of 1971. No consideration. Okay, only data of 2001 census will be taken into account while making the recommendation. Got it? First thing means population will be considered, but the data will be taken as per the census of 2011, and there is no role of the census 1971. Okay, so weightage of the population also reduced from 17.5% to 15%. Now, second new criteria has been reintroduced, demographic performance. Okay, in the 14th Finance Commission, this criteria was not there. So demographic performance means total fertility rate. What will be the total fertility rate? That will be the significant criteria to decide which state will get what share. Okay, so it has been given the weightage from 10 to 12.5%. Now this 10% is what? The data of the 2011 in 14th Finance Commission, which has been removed. Now new things have been reintroduced. Demographic performance. So if total fertility rate is lesser, then that state will get reward, or means that state which is having lower fertility rate will be rewarded according to the 15th Finance Commission. So what is weightage? Weightage is 12.5%. Okay, so just keep in your mind, means first data is population and that percentage of the weightage is 15%. Okay, second is demographic performance, the weightage is given to 12.5%. Okay, so total fertility will play the significant role, means developed state will get more reward. Okay, next is third point is tax effort. What is tax effort? tax effort means the state which is gaining or collecting more tax will be rewarded. So as per 15th Finance Commission, this criteria has been taken into account, and it was told that the state which is having higher tax collection will be given more fund. Okay, so the state will be promoted to collect more and more. So on that basis, 2.5% weightage has been given on tax effort. 2.5% has been given the weightage for the tax effort. Fourth point is area, which was also present in the last finance commission, means previous finance commission also has taken this criteria. So the same criteria has been taken by the 15th finance commission also this time. Okay, and the percentage was also the same. So there is no change in the area's weightage. So area weightage will be 15% as it was in 14th finance commission. Now next point, income distance. This criteria was also available. This criteria was also available in the 14th Finance Commission. So income distance means what? Average income per capita. Average income per capita. This will be taken into account, right? Means what is the distance? You cannot understand, then I will tell you. Suppose average per capita income in India is 100 rupees. Okay, and average per capita income is 60 rupees in a particular state. Okay, so distance is 40. Difference is 40. So this is income distance. So on the basis of this, the poorer state will be rewarded. Means the state which has higher distance will get more fund to equalize and to upgrade their status, so that their per capita income will also be increased. However, as far as the weightage is concerned, in 14th Finance Commission it was 50%. Now 15th Finance Commission has given the weightage of 45% only. Okay, so 15th Finance Commission has told and stated that the instead of 50%, income distance will get weightage of 45%. Okay, and the next point is forest cover. Last year also, means last Finance Commission has also taken into account this point. So forest cover is also available. Again the same point. So weightage of 10%, okay, will be given for forest cover in this 15th Finance Commission. When you will study about the 14th Finance Commission, you will find that the forest cover has weightage of only 7.5%. Only 7.5%. But this time 15th Finance Commission has given the increase of 2.5% now. So the weightage has been given to 10%. Right, so 10% weightage has been given for forest cover. It means that the state which is performing good for sociological for ecological balance, for forestry status, and forest cover is increasing, then that state will be rewarded and more fund will be given to that state. Okay, so these points are regarding to the 15th Finance Commission for 1 year 2021, but these are the points which will be taken into account for all 5 or 6 years, which will be finally presented or recommended by the Finance Commission before 30th October 2020. Okay guys, so I hope that you must have understood that 15th Finance Commission, what is 15th Finance Commission, what kind of recommendation was given for 1 year, and what kind of criteria has been taken into, which may display the future coming recommendation of the 15th Finance Commission. So thank you guys, and stay tuned to KM Learning channel. Thank you.